Hi friends, welcome to this new session on how to reduce conflict points at intersections. You all know that road safety is a global problem and every country is struggling to reduce the number of crashes on their roads. India is also not an exception. It is estimated that almost 45% of road crashes occur at intersections. Intersections are important point of a road network because they control the efficiency and capacity of the entire road network. But they are considered accident prone areas because there are many conflict points at an intersection. Now in this session we will discuss what is a conflict point and how to reduce these conflict points at intersections to make it safe. So what is a conflict point? If you see these two figures, at a roundabout, a vehicle entering from any approach will merge with the circulating flow and then it will go to the desired direction. It will go to the desired direction. Now similarly, in this case on the right side, if you see a vehicle which is making a right turn here will cross path of these streams and that becomes a conflict here. Similarly, when two streams merge together on a freeway, if a vehicle is arriving from on ramp, then it will merge with this stream. Now it will require a gap and this is the merging point. If you extend these two arrows, this is a merging point. If the merging is not successful, then accident will occur here just before the merging point. So conflict points are commonly used to explain the accident potential of a roadway. Each conflict point represents a accident prone area and conflict occurs when two streams cross each other or they merge with each other or they diverge from each other. And therefore there are four types of conflict movements: merging, diverging, crossing and weaving. Now I'll explain these: what is merging, diverging, crossing and weaving. In case of diverging, a vehicle will leave a traffic stream and it will diverge to its desired destination. Now this is the simplest movement. Simplest movement because in this case the vehicle doesn't require any gap. What is required that it will give a signal to the following vehicle and then leave the traffic stream. It can be to left side, it can be to the right side, or it can be when two streams, two vehicles are going in different directions, then it is also a diverging movement. In case of merging, as I told you in my last slide, that a vehicle will merge with the main traffic stream. Now this is the merging point and this is the conflict area here. This merging can also be either from left side or from right side, or two streams can merge together and move in the same direction. In case of crossing, two streams cross each other and that could be at 90° or it could be at an obtuse angle more than 90°, or it can be acute angle crossing less than 90°. In case of weaving, two traffic streams merge together and then they travel along a length of the highway and then they diverge in different directions. Now this can happen on freeways when a on ramp is followed by off ramp. So this distance between on ramp and off ramp can be 500 meter, can be 1 kilometer, or it can happen on a roundabout also, that when a traffic enters the roundabout, it will merge with the traffic which is moving around the central island, and then it will diverge, exit to the desired direction. So these are four movements which are critical, and these movements, because they involve gap acceptance process, and therefore they become risky. So how to draw these conflict points at an intersection? Now this is a four-leg intersection with two-way movement at both the streets. Now if you consider a vehicle which will move from right side, arriving from the east direction, and it has to go to right side, so it will diverge from here, and then it will cross the path of this stream, and then it will merge with this stream. Now this is a diverge movement at this point, a crossing movement at this point, a crossing movement at this point, and then merging movement at this point. Similarly, a vehicle coming from this east direction again, and if it has to go to left, then it will be a diverge movement at this point and a merging movement at this point. So when there are only four crossing, the straight movements will cross each other, and these are four crossing points. So if you draw all these movements, all 12 movements from each direction, then there will be 32 points of conflict. 16 will be crossing points. These red dots here, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and 4 here. Okay, 16 will be crossing point, 8 will be diverging point, and 8 will be converging point, that is merging point. So total will be 32 points of conflict. That is how the conflict points are drawn at an intersection. Now let us learn how to reduce the points of conflict at an intersection. What are different methods of reducing the points of conflict so that intersection operation is safe? The first method is that you can convert a four-leg intersection into a roundabout. Roundabout is considered to be very safe, and on the right side if you see a four-leg intersection where you have 32 points of conflict between the vehicles, and if pedestrians are also present there, then pedestrian will cross each stream, and there will be 6 points of conflict on each leg, and total will be 24. So it will have 32 points of conflict between vehicles and 24 points of conflict between pedestrian and vehicles. Very dangerous situation. Now when you convert this intersection into a roundabout, then you will have only 8 points of conflict between the vehicles and 8 points of conflict between pedestrian and vehicles. So roundabout is much safer in comparison to a 4-leg intersection or a 5-leg intersections, because number of conflict points are few. Crossing is completely avoided. Take this example, a Caesar crossover. Now at this intersection, some of the movements are extremely difficult to make. For example, left turn from this is very sharp curve, but at the same time the right turn from this approach will be very smooth, and it will encourage the drivers to make a right turn at high speed. That will also create a safety problem. So this type of intersection, acute angle crossing, must be avoided as far as possible. So let us consider whether it is possible to replace this Caesar crossover into two T intersections. So you can have one T intersection here and one T intersection here. It will serve the same purpose, but now the situation is completely improved, because at T intersections you have only 9 points of conflict. So 32 points of conflict are reduced to 9 plus 9, 18 points of conflict. Now avoid multi-leg intersections. That is the third method of reducing the points of conflict. As the number of legs increases, the points of conflict increases exponentially. At 4-leg intersection, I told you there are 32 points of conflict. At 5-leg intersection, there are 72 points of conflict. At 6-leg intersection, there will be 132 points of conflict. So from operational point of view, from safety point of view, it is always better to avoid multi-lag intersections. So this intersection can also be converted into a 4-lag intersection and a 3-lag intersection here, so that this intersection gives you the same function but with much reduced number of conflict points. The fourth method could be prohibiting certain movements. You can reduce the number of conflict points at an intersection by prohibiting certain movements. And I have listed here 3 possible ways. Either you make a street one way, or you make both streets one way, or you restrict the movement of right turning traffic. And all 3 will have its own effect. Now this is a diagram which I have drawn where this is a one-way street, but north-south is a two-way street. North-south is a two-way street, but east-west is a one-way street. Now here, the points of conflict, if you draw a point of conflict here, it will be a left turn from this approach and a through traffic. From this, it will be left turn and through traffic. So in total, there will be only 7 crossing, 4 merging and 4 diverging movements. So total number of 32 points are reduced to 15 points, 7 plus 8. But when you make both streets one way, this is also one way now and this is also one way now, then these points are only 4 crossing point, 2 merging and 2 diverging. So you have only 8 points of conflict. The third method could be that rerouting of right turning movements. You can reroute right turn at some intersections. Now for example, if you restrict right turn movement at this intersection, you don't allow right turn movement at this intersection. So what are the methods? What are the methods that can be adopted to accommodate this right turn? One is that you allow this right turn to be rerouted to like this. So it is converted into 3 left turns. But it will reduce the points of conflict at this intersection. The second method could be, so if you want to prohibit right turn at this intersection, you can reroute it right from here, and it will go left from here, and then it will take a right turn, another right turn, and then this way. G type of rerouting. The another method could be that if you want to prohibit right turn at this intersection, then you can ask these right turners to go left and then take right turn here, and then right turn here, and then like this. This is a simple diversion. So rerouting of right turn can also reduce the number of conflict points at an intersection. Now the sixth method is median U-turn intersections. Now they are coming up in big number in many countries, and they have been found very safe type of designs. Here what is done, that the normal crossing, the two-way crossing can be either through and through, or it can also be by diverting movement. But all right turns are diverted to this, like this. All right turn movements are indirect, and that is called median U-turn intersections, because every right turn has to make a U-turn at median. Now this will certainly reduce the number of conflict points, From a conventional intersection, you have 32, and at this, you have 4 crossing only. So points of conflict are reduced to half. The next method could be by providing signals. And by making proper choice of phasing scheme, you can eliminate all points of conflict. The simplest type of signal phasing is a two-phase signal. This one. When all 3 movements from north-south directions are allowed together, and in phase 2, all movements from east-west highway are allowed together. Now this type of phasing is adopted when turning movements are very few and they can pass through the gap in the opposing flow. When traffic volume is slightly heavier, then you can adopt a 3-phase signal where in one phase you can have through movement and left turning movement from north-south. After some time, these movements are stopped and you provide phase 2 for exclusively for right turners, and in the third phase all 3 movements from east-west side are allowed. The another could be a 4-phase signal when each movement is completely protected by traffic lights. So in one phase you can have only through movement, in second phase you can have through movement from the north-south and then right turners. So by making, you can have 5-phase signal also, you can have 6-phase signal also, you can eliminate all points of conflict by proper choice of signal phasing. Even pedestrians can also be accommodated in a signal phase. And the last option is by making some priority of the movement. So at intersection, if you place a give way sign here or a stop sign here, and also at this corner, if you provide a stop sign here or give way sign here, then it will force these vehicles to either slow down or to stop before entering the intersection. Now that will segregate the points of conflict in time. So accident will not occur when a driver takes a risk to merge or cross a traffic stream without looking at proper gap. So friends, these are the methods by which you can make your intersection safer and reduce the number of accidents. You can write your observations and questions in the comment box, and if you want any topic to be discussed here, please do tell me. Thank you very much.